What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so we're all aware of this situation that occurred. I did a video about this last night, yesterday evening, about the Riverfront Royal Rumble down in Alabama, where these thugs attacked this 65-year-old man who was just doing his job. And by the way, before I go further, I want to say something before I forget to even mention this. There are certain right-wing race grifters, right? Because you got them on the left, obviously, the Al Sharptons. Because as a good friend of mine had noticed, he said, "Where's Al Sharpton in this situation? Where's the Al Sharptons at?" People like him are controlled opposition. You know what I mean? They appear to be our allies, but it's only in certain situations that they'll come out and speak. But they're not going to talk. He's not going to touch this right now, at least. Al Sharpton. No, he's not going to touch this. But on the right, I noticed that whenever there's a situation where you can justifiably blame a group that doesn't look like us for what happens, the right race grifters, the right-wing race grifters will then say, "Oh, it's the media pushing this to divide us. It's the media pushing this to divide us," right? But they got no problem showing those teenagers in Chicago when it was raising hell a month ago, right? Wasn't the media then? It was us. That's little tricks that those Sambos play. But anyway, the reason why I'm making this video is because that 16-year-old boy is a hero to me. He's a hero. Because what I was noticing was, for a while at least, it was 5 or 6 on 1 when it came to them fighting this man, right? And the 65-year-old man handled himself pretty well, but it's a 65-year-old man, like he a little bit overweight, you know. Not saying he was fat, but like he was, you know, he's older. And they're fighting this guy. They're probably 20, 25, 30 years younger than him. And they're fighting this guy. And let's not forget, for all the people that talk about the guy hitting that woman over the head with a chair, she was, if I'm not mistaken, she was beating up on this man too. And he's 65 years old. But nobody really was helping this guy until the 16-year-old boy swam over there. But this link that I'm going to show you shows you exactly how far he swam to help his fellow brethren out. And he put everybody to shame. And I think him doing that impassioned everybody else to say, "Look, okay, we can't do this time. We can't just be holding our phones looking at a man potentially getting beat to death. Okay? We got to show solidarity. We can't let this happen. This has been going on for far too long." And I've told people on my channel that one of the things that really bothered me more than just the wrong that occurred with the Zimmerman Trayvon Martin situation, as bad as it was, as far as that cretin got away with red rum, literally, and all the evidence points to it. The scientific evidence points to it. But I knew they was going to open up a Pandora's box of letting certain people know, or at least think, they can get away with doing things to us now. And we started seeing that. Oh, I was in the wrong apartment and I was wasn't paying attention. I didn't mean to, open fire and shoot that dude over, eating ice cream. But hey, feel sorry for me and stroke my hair in court and give me a hug. Hey, he was running away, so I shot him, Walter Scott, 8 times in the back, planted some drugs on him. It wasn't for the camera right there, phone camera looking at what I did, I'd have got away with it. No, enough is enough. Hey, I didn't see his knee on his neck. He should have stopped resisting. He can't breathe. Well, I mean, hey, stop resisting. This was happening too much, man. So enough was enough. But that young man is a hero. A hero. He's a hero. Now, notice when that other young man defended his mother in Chicago, everybody applauded that situation. Everybody applauded it. Because the victim, although, he had it coming in that situation, was a black man. Not the victim, excuse me, the assailant was a black man, right? But I notice people not putting this young man up to his proper status. To me, he's a hero because he set it off. He was the one that said, look, I'm not going to sit here and see this go down on my watch. I can't do it. I know his mom probably say, well, what you doing? He's like, I'm not letting this happen. So to me, he's a hero. But one thing I want to say, I was just looking at Willie D's video. Shout out to Willie D for this. He's saying that there is intel that some of these thugs might try some retaliatory tactics down there against some of the people involved in coming to that man's aid. So, if that is the case, people need to be vigilant down there. Keep your eyes open. Exactly what they might try to do, who knows? Who knows? But I would be willing to believe that some of those people have friends in high places, because I already know, and we already know this, that there's an element of WS in authoritative places, especially down there. So that's an angle. Could be something random. Could be something, down the road. But just remain vigilant. Keep your eyes open, and stay strong, because their weapon is fear. And if you eliminate that weapon, then they can't do anything anymore. This isn't Jim Crow. Okay, this ain't Jim Crow anymore. We're not taking this stuff anymore. We're not taking this. I had given up. I was telling y'all, man, I was on the point where I was starting to really give up, with us. I'm like, man, why don't we have any solidarity with each other anymore? No unity. Every time, something happened like this, it's just people holding their cameras and watching someone lose their life like George Floyd. And I was thinking this is going to be even worse. This could be a situation where this man going to lose his life and people just holding up goddamn cameras. But this time it was set off by that young man. And I don't care what nobody say. He's a hero. He's a fucking hero.